Hello, I'm Tina Villadolid, Senior Teaching Artist from the Santa Barbara Museum of Art. And as we shelter in place here in Santa Barbara and around the world, I would like to offer you an art activity that you can do with the things that may already be in your home. This art activity involves two different things. One is using magazine pages to create a book form, also known as a zine. And the other thing is creating redaction poetry. So these two things are going to be combined in a single activity, but once you've mastered each technique, you can do them on your own, mix and match, and have fun discovering the possibilities. Here's a preview of what we're going to make. We're going to take magazine pages and prepare them in such a way so that they can go from being a little booklet into also having the option of becoming something structural that stands up on its own. And this way, different panels can interact in a different way with each other. In addition, there's an interior that can be featured and you can add interest to in your book form. Okay. I wanted to show you that when I pulled a page out of the magazine, I made sure that there was a second page attached to it. That's what you're looking for, is a double page that's connected. So open it up on your table. It's already going to have a center fold. So the next thing you want to do is to fold it in half in the opposite direction. And I like to really burnish those edges with the edge of my finger. Open it up again. And next, you're going to take the ends of each page and fold them toward the center so that they line up with that center crease, and fold them really well. Like so. And then you want to open it up again. So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold it in half again this way. And what I'm looking for is this crease right here, the one that starts along the folded edge and moves toward the center where all of the creases meet in the middle. And that's what I'm going to cut until that point. Open it up again and turn it over. Get it to stand up a little bit on its own, and you can see that that diamond is wanting to open up in the center. So I'm going to push the edges, the ends together until those 4 points meet, and it creates kind of like a revolving door form. And then at this point, I'm going to lay it flat on the table and rework those folds so that the form operates both as a booklet and also has the flexibility to open up to be a structural form. This book form is actually how you make a zine. You may have heard this term before, but it's how artists, poets, writers self-publish a small circulation of their work to distribute. If you want to find out more about this, please look it up. It is fascinating, and it would be wonderful for you and your family to start creating your own zines. Now that I've shown you how to make the book form, let's move on to the redaction poetry. Redaction is when you edit text by selecting words that you want to be read and then hiding or obscuring the rest of the words. On my computer screen, I pulled up an image of a work of art by artist Valeska Suarez. Valeska Suarez had an exhibition at the Museum of Art a few years ago, and she included some of her redactions. And so this piece, entitled Unknowable, is one of her redactions. This artist loves books, loves to read, and she also is fascinated by the thought of giving new life and meaning to words that exist on a page through redactions. This is an image from an interactive installation created by students of mine in the Emerging Teens program at the museum. Inspired by Velasco Suarez's work, we invited the public to create redacted poems and dedicate them to people they were honoring for Dia de los Muertos. So you can see that there's no right or wrong way to approach a redaction. Some people simply draw a line through the text that they don't want to include. Other people completely black out everything that they don't want to include, including the space in between the lines. And other people have a more loose approach to it. So it's really up to you how you want your redaction to look. To make your redacted poetry, first circle words in the text that you want to keep with a pencil. After you've circled all your words, use a Sharpie or a black marker to cover over or hide the rest of the words. Here are a couple of my redacted poetry book forms or zines in progress. And remember, you can feature the interior as well. I hope you enjoyed the activity. Remember, there are two different things that you learned here today, so it's up to you to figure out what direction you want to take them in. It can take time and practice to master something, and that's where all the learning occurs, so hopefully that part will be fun for you. Once again, I'm Tina Villadolid, Senior Teaching Artist for the Santa Barbara Museum of Art, and I will see you for the next Art at Home activity. Finally, if you would like to share your work, please send images to communityprograms@sbma.net, and we will post a selection on our virtual gallery.